It's the world-famous Frank Show. On 96.1 KLPX.
Wake up!
Frank's up. How about you?
Hey, not that I require this, but the thought just occurred to me. I've been sitting in here for a little over half an hour now, and Brad has not bounded in here once this morning to welcome me and say good morning and how was your weekend and let's have a good show this week. That's what I want from a producer, Christine. How do I make this happen with Bradley over here?
I don't know. If only there was some way you could communicate that to him by, I don't know, using your mouth hole.
Well, can I just tell you how many times every week when I come in here, I say the first thing that you should be doing is grabbing all of these music and commercial logs, and then making sure that all the things, all the commercials are getting taken care of, and all the live reads and all that stuff.
Yes.
And then after you do all that, I'd like a morning hug.
Yeah.
You want a hug now?
Just a little hug.
Just a little. Be held.
Yeah.
You know what? A little human contact goes a long way.
Look, you guys are the ones that, communicate with each other and greet each other in the morning and ignore me in this side room the whole time.
I totally did this morning, and
Christine,
I felt bad about it.
Every day.
Christine.
No, it's not every day. I say hi to you a bunch.
Let's explain to Brad how we're the stars of the show.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that.
But you can't acknowledge the underlings?
No, it's your job to
acknowledge you.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, here's a verbal hug for you.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly.
I'm doing a verbal reach around as we speak.
Virtual reach around.
Verbal.
Oh, verbal.
Oh,
I was like, hold on a
verbal
minute.
and virtual.
Yeah. A little of both.
I walked off the golf course yesterday morning after 9 holes.
Yeah.
I was playing so awful, I couldn't take it anymore. And I was playing with, what were their names? It was, there was William.
Uh-huh.
There was, Lowell.
Yeah.
So there was Lowell, William, there was another guy in there too. I can't remember his name. But they recognized my voice.
Oh, yeah.
So they go, "Hey, are you Frank from the radio?" And I go, "Yeah." And then I couldn't even hit a ball. I swung and missed the whole time. So I go, "Hey guys, this is fun and everything, but I gotta leave."
And now their story is Frank was such a baby.
Probably.
He couldn't finish the golf game or whatever it's called, the match. I don't know.
The match.
Your world.
The round.
But anyway, the
round.
Yeah. He couldn't finish the round.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I hate about
it? Wasn't that I couldn't. It wasn't that I couldn't. It's that I didn't want to.
You just didn't want. Yeah, I know,
I couldn't play. It was awful. It was so bad. It was just depressing and miserable.
Yeah, but think of the optics, like how this looks to outside. I always think of that. Like every time.
I thought of that too because I texted my wife.
Oh God!
I go, "Hey, I'm playing." She goes, "Who are you playing with? Some strangers?" And I go, "Yeah, but they recognize my voice, so they're listeners." And then my wife goes, "Oh, we'll maybe finish out the round then." And then I did thumbs down.
Yeah, no.
And then she goes, "Oh, whatever, do what you want."
Yeah, she knows she's not going to win that argument.
And then I go, "Okay, well, I'll see how I do on hole number 9."
Yeah.
Hole number 9, I put a ball in the fairway, and then I'm laying 1 in the fairway, and then I'm not on the green after 6 strokes.
Oh no! Even I know that's bad.
It's that bad. It's that bad. I can't. I'm shanking everything. My club face is closed, and the balls are like shooting out into the desert.
Right.
It's just miserable.
Yeah. You know what you were doing? You're just choking. That's just typical.
Is that choking?
It's total choking. I don't know if you've ever heard it before, but let me tell you.
I wasn't choking because there was no pressure. I wasn't.
No, there was though. That's what.
The only pressure. No, the only pressure that was applied in the situation was the pressure I put on myself.
That's what I mean.
But that's every single time I'm playing. Every single time.
No, as soon as somebody says no, it's not the same when they know who you
psychologist.
are. No, when they know who you are. Hey, first of all, I've listened to a lot of podcasts about choking. Oh. I mean, like...
Yeah, but that's different choking. That's porn star choking or porn store choking.
She's got her PhD in choking.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
And I do. So you're You're going to want to listen up, buddy.
But the point is that I can't.
It is more pressure when they know who we are.
I can't get away with it because every time I go somewhere, it's usually when I don't get recognized. That's when I feel a little relaxation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the fact that it was listeners.
Yeah,
I played with 3 old Japanese people, and
that's the best.
And it was wonderful.
You're gonna shine.
Yeah,
shine.
I was in a bunker and I stuff it like a foot from the pin, and they all go,
Oh, very nice.
This is the worst kind of like fake. This is like purgatory fame. Being in the radio.
Why is that?
It's terrible.
No, it's. I got. Here's a cute little story to give you an example of how it's not real fame. Kids are at school.
Right.
This is when Sam's in 4th grade.
Yeah.
School function. I'm there. Another one of Sam's classmates says to Sam, "Dude, you know your dad's a celebrity, right?" And Sam, Sam kind of rolls his
that kid.
Well, Sam looks at him and kind of does an eye roll and goes, "Local celebrity."
Yeah. Okay, so it is the worst kind because you're in this. Yeah, you're in this like hell. This is like purgatory. You're not so good that you can be.
I can tell you that's one of the reasons I enjoy driving up to Phoenix because if I get a tea time up there with a buddy of mine, you know the problem with that.
Huh.
What?
I've gone up to Eloy twice and played up at Robson Ranch up there. And there's an elderly guy that I've ran into twice that loves the show.
Oh.
He's senior. He's Canadian. He's super nice. It's
That
fine.
is nice.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I carted a 60 on the front 9. A 60, Christy.
Oh, boy. I don't think that's good.
No. Because
His goal is to get under 100. For
180.
my goal is to break 100 for 60 holes. I carted a 60 for 9.
I'm like,
that's
why 120.
Nailed it.
That's why I walked.
Right, yeah. At that point.
You get the hell out of here. Can't take it. There's a Nico's joint down the road that's got a bunch of breakfast burritos with my name all over them. I'm out.
Oh, my God. But I just think like those guys are like, really?
I said,
you're going to play so bad and you're just going to
I kind of like, I kind of like said something along the lines to them before I bailed on them.
Yeah.
Because I did kind of like, oh, guys, I can't. I had a 9-iron into the green and I shanked it into the woods. And I go, that's it, guys. I'm done. I can't take it anymore.
Right.
I just can't. I can't take it. And they're like, oh? And I go, yeah, I texted my wife and my wife said, do what you want. And I go, oh, okay.
That's what I want to do. Yeah.
You paid for the whole round, though, right?
Well, that's what you do.
Yeah. You don't just pay for the front. You can.
You can say, hey, I'm only going to play 9, and they'll charge you $2 less.
Oh, yeah. So might as well.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're going to go ahead and walk the whole
or not walk
entire. It's not a walk.
Well, you could if you wanted to, but
but who does that?
Well, there are some people that do. There's quite a bit. It's a kind of a tradition, golf and walking. Yeah, some people are kind of married to the idea, that quaint notion of.
Ugh.
I'd kind of like to walk myself. I've only done it once when I was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
All this time?
Yeah. I've only.
Oh my God, you're kidding me.
Well, I was 14 years old. They didn't have golf carts at the golf course that I played at.
Oh, funny.
So you had to walk.
Oh, God.
But I'm going to have to get my hip taken care of first, Christine. So might as well ride the cart until then.
Really?
Am I right?
You're hip for walking?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. His hip's been bugging him since he got in that car accident.
Yeah, Brad, you don't really need your hips for walking. You're right.
He's so stupid. He's so lame. God. I roll.
Knees and ankles? You really need those for walking? Pussy.
I'm just saying, you can tough it out a little bit.
Yeah.
I have been.
Oh. Well, I've seen you walk around the building without a noticeable limp or nothing.
You have seen me walk around the building with a noticeable limp.
No, without.
No, I'm telling you, when I go to physical therapy, they ask me to just walk.
And
then when they just observe me walk, they're like, oh,
Yeah, but that's when they ask you at physical therapy. When you don't think anyone's watching you, you walk normal.
I don't think.
No, you don't know what you're looking for.
I'm looking for a noticeable limp. I don't see anything noticeable.
Yeah, because you're not trained. You don't have a trained medical eye.
A trained medical eye on a limp?
Yeah, you need one.
No.
You can see the imbalance when I walk, and you're not looking for certain things.
What about the wear on your shoes?
And the wear on my shoes, too, yeah.
Brad should check that out.
Oh, yeah?
The wear on his shoes, Brad. Brad.
You got one worn sole, and the other one's looking brand new.
Let's check out the wear patterns on Brad's shoes. I don't even know if he can lift his feet to put one foot in front of the other.
Are you kidding me? I'm an athletic person
It's
now.
like Like every single pair of his breeches have holes in the bottom heel part.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
He's a drag.
He's a foot dragger.
Yeah, and I just...
An athletic foot dragger.
I barely wear shoes.
Say again?
You guys are lucky if I've got my shoes on.
Right.
Oh, hey, I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about implementing a morning show dress code.
Just because my tank top on.
Well, tank top was my first thought, and then I thought of this walking around barefoot nonsense.
I haven't done that, though, in like a year.
Well, that's why I didn't think of that first. I thought of Brad's tank top first.
Well, just because I've been working out and starting to develop guns, and now
it's not. You can still show off your guns without a tank top.
I don't know.
You just make that shirt like tighter. Like you just get
roll the sleeves up a little bit.
Naturally tighter as I build them up.
Roll the sleeves up a little bit. Nobody wants to see you in a tank.
Why not? I mean, it's one of those tanks that are like a full shirt tank.
Because it's a place of business. That's why.
It's radio business, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not asking you to put on a shirt and tie, am I? I'm just asking to not see your goddamn armpits.
It's an Arizona tux. Yeah, in the summertime, that's an Arizona tux.
I'll tolerate flip-flops. Because we're in Arizona.
Okay.
I won't tolerate tank tops.
Really? Because I thought I was looking pretty decent in these tank tops.
You know you're not.
It's not that you look bad. It's just that
it's not professional.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. I know.
It's a shock. It's not. It's like a hurtful surprise.
It's a shock, I guess, to see one of your coworkers like top naked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're working here. This isn't like a pool.
It's only my shoulders. I mean, everything else covered up. You know, my nips covered, most of my chest hair.
But your armpits aren't covered up, and that's the most disgusting part.
I don't raise my arms up, though.
Can't help it when you're wearing a tank. Occasionally, I'll see your armpits, and it's gross.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back with my arms up behind my head, being like,
yeah, I don't like
it. Never do that.
Yeah.
All right, 6:12. Let's go ahead and get our first break, and then we'll come back and hit some headlines. I've got box office info. I've got a female Thor.
Oh, yeah, big news.
Keanu Reeves. Let's see. Ryan Adams has ended his lengthy silence after his Me Too abuse claims.
Oh, geez.
Why does he even bother at this point?
Yeah, why? Like, well, you know what I should do? Just bring that whole thing up now.
Yeah, I think people forgot.
Everyone's basically forgot about it. They're playing my music on the radio again. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to this. We're going to find out why Roman Polanski thought Bruce Lee killed Sharon Tate. I've never heard of this before. Roman Polanski thought Bruce Lee killed Sharon Tate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right.
What else? Metallica and other bands are actually profiting off the secondary market.
Yes, Metallica is just a scumbag band again.
Yeah, well, they have always been, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, exactly. So if anyone forgot, here's a reminder.
Sorry, a couple college kids grabbed one or two of your tracks off a Napster.
Yeah.
Really put a dent in your gold-lined pool, didn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? Am I right?
Yeah, and then now the way that they're making money is shady as all of them. I mean, it's
shady as all of them.
I don't know. I mean, it's
shady as all get out.
Yeah, I'll get out. That's what you meant, old man.
It's Monday.
Shady,
it's Monday.
Shady is all of them.
Yep.
Give me till at least Wednesday.
That's not the expression.
I love it.
That I rebuild the brain cells that I burnt over the weekend.
I understand.
6:14. We'll do some headlines next. Don't go away.
More.
And now, in our society, we call this Frank Show Entertainment News.
Okay.
All right. I can't think of anything more disgusting than Ticketmaster and Metallica and the concert ticket resale business. These guys are disgusting pigs. Every last one of them.
I don't understand how this is working.
Right.
I don't get it. You have to dumb it down.
As a secretly recorded phone call offers a window into how Live Nation helped Metallica and other artists place tickets directly on the resale market.
Whoa.
So they get sold straight from Live Nation, then they end up on StubHub at double the price.
Oh, what?
And Live Nation and Metallica, the artist and the seller, they get their beaks wet.
And so they basically are making money off of scalp tickets?
That's exactly what they're doing. 100%, yes. In February 2017, days before Metallica announced its worldwide North American stadium tour, Live Nation president of U.S. Concert, Bob Rowe, spoke by phone with a little-known wealth advisor turned event promoter who'd been tasked by an associate of the band to sell 88,000 tickets directly on resale sites like StubHub without giving fans a chance to buy them through normal channels at face value.
What?
Yes. Don't ever listen to Metallica ever again.
Oh my
Ever.
God. What is wrong with
Bob
these dudes?
Rowe can be heard saying in the 11-minute call that Ticketmaster will not do it. Also, that Billboard reviewed in full, explaining the plan to put the tickets on sites billed for resellers, and it had to be concealed. So, in other words, so there were industry trade magazines that were raising the...
Well, you didn't, whatever you said, it was not...
I meant shady.
I mean, the fact that you paused and thought about it.
No,
and
I
then,
said shady, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Come out that way.
Anyway.
I'm just so stunned. I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
What else does this say? He suggested that either a Live Nation employee or a venue box office basically take these and sell them into a singular account. The way tickets are typically allocated to fan clubs or sponsors. Once the tickets were placed there, they would then be listed and sold on secondary market sites. When this happens, 4,600 tickets go into a single account. There may be some eyebrows that get raised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think there's no regulation on this industry? There's nobody looking for it or saying...
Not only is there no regulation, but good luck finding any regulation in any industry anymore, Christine.
Oh.
Right.
Remember when Pearl Jam tried to fight against Live Nation? They lost that fight.
Well,
and now,
it was a fight against Ticketmaster.
Oh, yeah, Ticketmaster, which is now Live Nation.
Which is now Live Nation, that's right.
Yeah, it's all the same.
All they do is just change the name.
So is there like there's nothing that people that want to go see their shows can do or just
not go.
Just cannot go. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna not go?
Live Nation told Billboard that artists rarely seek its help to sell their own tickets on the secondary market anymore, suggesting how fast the business is evolving as artists test its new tools to capture some of the profits that were going to resellers. So they don't even... Live Nation doesn't even artists don't even approach them anymore because the secondary market's so big. It's all on the DL.
It doesn't even matter.
It's
They're just gonna make money.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I can't. I'm not going to a live concert ever again.
Well, I mean, you weren't going anyways. Don't act like this is the reason.
Well, no, there's a show or two that I'll want to go to at some point.
Yeah, he does. You went to Neil Young last year.
I did. Well, it was October of 2016 already.
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Get out more, man. There's a lot of health benefits for going out and seeing live music.
Roman Polanski assumed for a while that Bruce Lee killed Sharon Tate. In 1969, Bruce Lee was just starting to get famous. He had come to Hollywood 2 years prior. I didn't realize that Bruce Lee was born in the Bay Area and then moved to Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm. I've heard. I'm watching this show called The Dragon or something like that. It's about his life.
Yeah.
I just started it.
So in 1969, Bruce Lee was Hollywood's martial arts instructor of choice. Roman Polanski, Steve McQueen, a bunch of people in Hollywood were his students. When this happened, when the Sharon and LaBianca murders happened, Roman was in London doing some work on a film. But when the murders happened, Roman initially thought it was an inside job. He initially thought that it was somebody that was close to his circle that had done this.
Wouldn't that have made sense? I'm sure a lot of them. I bet the police told them that.
Every single time there's a murder, like 90% of the time, the perpetrator's always known to the victim.
Yeah,
right?
Usually, this psycho.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah.
So there was a period there where Roman was trying to figure out who done it.
Oh.
Somebody left a pair of spectacles at the murder scene. So Roman Polanski, who considered himself a bit of a detective, started doing this thing where he was checking out every single one of his acquaintances and seeing if they wore eyeglasses and such.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, so John Lennon, where's John?
So there's
Yoko.
There's a story in here. There's a story in here about how Roman is picking up Bruce Lee, and he offers to take him to the ophthalmologist to buy him some glasses because he just wants to see the lenses that gets put in them. He wants to compare Bruce Lee's glasses to the ones that were found at the scene.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so Yuck.
Polanski, meanwhile, believed it was an inside job. According to Polanski, a biography aiming to solve the crime, the director would wander late at night through LA's ritzy neighborhoods, sneaking into friends' driveways and hunting for blood on their Porsches and Lamborghinis. He spent $2,500 to analyze producer William Castle's handwriting to see if it matched the bloody lettering of pig left by the killers on his front door. It did not.
Oh, yeah. Big surprise. But anyway.
Polanski fancied himself as a detective manqué. It's French. I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but I don't think that he fancied himself anything. I think this was a man who is absolutely in the shreds of grief.
Well, whatever this is, the biographer wrote that Polanski fancied himself. I guess he probably thought nobody with LAPD was doing the detective work that he was going to be doing.
I'm sure he was desperate to find who killed his fiance and his baby.
Yeah.
And his friends. Like, he was desperate to find out who did it.
Oh, it says Polanski set into motion a potential trap very coolly. Polanski said to Bruce, on the way home, we can stop at my ophthalmologist for glasses. It will be my gift to you. Much to Polanski's relief, the prescription did not match.
I hate that Bruce Lee was like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
He so naive. He was just thinking, sure, he's not setting me up for a murder thing. He's just, this is my buddy. He's buying me new glasses.
Hey, what's going on with rocker Ryan Adams? He's finally ended his 5 months of silence after being accused of serial sexual misconduct.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, look at that. He's telling fans to believe women while promising to confront the madness and misunderstanding. Oh, that's what it is. So tell all your fans to believe women, but then tell your fans, my situation is just madness and misunderstanding, see?
Yeah, I mean, you can believe most women, but not those ones.
I have a lot to say. I am going to soon, the singer promised this weekend.
But look.
Because the truth matters. It's what matters most, he wrote on Instagram, admitting it was past time he came forward. I know who I am and what I am. It's time people know.
Oh, God. I really wish he just kept his mouth shut.
He's a loser.
I wanted to like him. I want to like
douche.
him.
He's a tool.
Oh,
He's a douche. Hey, it's guys like Ryan that are shoving me into the open embrace of Ed Sheeran.
Shut up.
Yeah. Well,
I saw him in yesterday, and he was charming.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
he's got a new EP out where he doubles up with some hip hop artists. There's some catchy hooks in there.
yeah.
I
Some
know.
good
Don't
songs.
tell me this. No.
Beautiful People, track 1 on his most recent EP.
No, it's not
Yeah.
real shit.
It's not about beautiful people. It's about how all of us are not beautiful people.
Oh, God.
You'd relate.
That's so cute.
I'd relate.
Charming.
Yeah. Check it out.
Wait.
Ed Sheeran. You know he's on a billboard on my way home every day.
Ew.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I'm mad about that, too.
Why? Don't be mad.
Oh, God.
It's 2019, Christine. There's no reason to be mad about Ed Sheeran on a billboard in Tucson.
Is it because he's ginger?
No, it's
Oh,
just
it might be. It might be.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what?
this is right
She's
here. This is
hating.
the gingerism.
Uh-huh.
No,
This is the gingerism that people don't even realize they have.
no,
Yep.
that's not true,
If
Frank.
Ed Sheeran had dark hair like Ryan Adams, then we wouldn't be hearing this from Christine.
I have redheaded relatives. I have
Oh,
redheaded
is this the
children.
I have?
Yeah.
Is this the I have
I
black friends argument?
You know what? Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I do.
I don't hear you hating on Shawn Mendes.
I don't know who that is.
It's because he's not ginger.
Oh, okay.
I
Good
don't like
looking brown-haired guy.
Ed Sheeran has a tomato head.
Yes, he. I can't believe you said that on the air.
Why?
When I was in.
2 for 2.
It's a slur.
Remember the other day when you were getting upset because we were having conversations about trans people and
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
When I was in kindergarten, I had some bullies call me a tomato head.
No.
Oh, no.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
no?
No,
I was
Ray,
in
really?
kindergarten behind my house.
I mean, it's just shaped
Get out of the way,
like
tomato head!
It's
Yeah.
just shaped
Get
like
out of
a
the way,
tomato.
carrot face!
Carrot face.
face.
Carrot face tomato head.
They messed it up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
But I was in Colorado Springs in 1978.
Oh, I never called
And it-
anybody
and it-
tomato until
yeah,
this
and
now.
it never, ever. You know what? One of my wife's lady friends said, well, why are you so hot? You look like a tomato with teeth.
Oh.
That was the last time we went to go visit those friends of my wife.
Hey, you, pay attention. Back to the Frank Show now on 96.1 KLPX.
Yeah, you guys, rock and roll's just rock and roll, okay? So stop saying it's noise pollution, because it ain't. All right?
Who said that?
I feel like it's something my parents might have said.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like rock and roll ain't noise pollution was the response from AC/DC to evangelical Christians all around the world. They're like, that's loud.
Yeah, it's like what their parents told them
Right.
when they were listening to the Beatles.
No, that's
And
not
they kept
noise
it.
pollution. Cut
Right.
it out. 7:31. It's time for Dumbass of the Day.
I think you're stupid. Real stupid.
He suffered brain damage. Brain damage.
Dumbass of the day.
All right, we've got an audio dumbass. It's like an audio daily double on Jeopardy.
Oh, I love these.
Oh, wait, here.
Broad daylight. Thieves use a hammer.
I got the broad daylight part.
Good.
So, Eyewitness News camera captures a jewelry store thief fleeing a scene. There was a camera crew that was doing a story on the weather, and some schmuck goes and robs a jewelry store right in front of him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To smash a display and swipe expensive watches. Eyewitness News reporter Naveen Dhaliwal has
She didn't know her own colleague's name. Moneen Dhaliwal.
exclusive video of when NYPD officers arrested one of the suspects.
Exclusive video shows a man in cuffs led out of the Tourneau store in Midtown. Police say he's one of 3 suspects who broke into the luxury watch shop.
What are you doing? In broad daylight.
In
Why,
broad daylight.
why not do it at like 3 a.m. when it's not so broad daylight out?
Yeah.
And not only that, there's been rolling blackouts all over New York City, so now's the time to strike.
Yeah, if you're going to do a smash and grab.
Just after 11 this morning.
Suddenly we heard some loud booms.
This guy needs to go back to where he came from.
Oh, God.
It's clear he's not speaking English. Or
Some loud
whatever
booms.
kind of
Yep.
English he's speaking. It ain't good English.
I turned around and I saw this young male smashing his hammer through the glass.
This tourist from
Yeah, go ahead.
He's a tourist. Mm-hmm. So it's not the...
Yeah.
He is going to go back.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the goal.
he needs to go back.
Yeah, well, he will.
Once he's done with his vacation.
Yeah.
Did you?
We hope.
Did you see the video of the poor Mexican ladies in Illinois at the convenience store? They're on a bike ride and they just wanted to get some water.
Yeah.
And this long-haired dick standing behind the counter goes, "You're not here legally." He goes, "No, we're here. We're tourists." "No, you're not here legal." And then some other white dude comes in and backs up the guy behind the counter. What? "No, it's illegal."
It's illegal to sell people's water now.
Water, yeah.
Norway, along with people on the streets, startled as they watched 2 men armed with hammers smash the case with expensive watches.
Yeah, where's the hero? Where's Spidey Man in this case? That walks up behind the guys while he's got his hammer reared and then just grabs the hammer and goes, nah.
Not today.
Nah.
Not on my watch.
Back to the go back to where you came from thing. There's so many instances about that. I was going to make it one whole
It
segment.
needs to be a go back to where you came from segment.
Yeah, it's like,
let's do it.
I got another one right here.
Yep.
Yeah. July 21. After grabbing the buttocks of a fellow female passenger on a sightseeing cruise, a Florida woman told the victim's husband, "You should go back to the country you came from," when he confronted her about groping his wife. What? During a trip Friday afternoon on the Ancalot River, which flows into the Gulf of Mexico, Lisa Ann Mattison allegedly got handsy with a fellow traveler.
Okay.
50
So a woman got handsy.
Yeah, 58-year-old Lisa Ann appeared intoxicated, according to several witnesses.
Of course.
Police allege that Lisa Ann twice grabbed the victim's buttocks and declared, "Oh, it's curved and nice. I would do you."
Ew.
Lisa Ann pawed the woman in front of the victim's 6-year-old daughter. When the victim's husband asked Lisa Ann to stop, she replied, "You should go back to the country you came from." The affidavit does not identify the man's race or nationality.
Right. But they're in the Gulf of Mexico. They're like in international water, so they all need to go back to the countries they
After
came from.
Tarpon Springs police arrested her for misdemeanor battery, Lisa Ann denied grabbing the victim's buttocks, saying she didn't remember anything and she doesn't even know why she's being arrested.
Well, you know what, Frank? I have used that defense myself many times. If I don't remember it, it didn't happen.
How many
Y'all.
girls come home and say to mommy and daddy, I don't know how I got pregnant?
This one. I did that.
Oh, no.
But when asked about her comment to the husband, Lisa Ann reportedly admitted telling the man to return to the country they came from.
Now, that I do remember.
Lisa Ann, who lives with her husband in Port Richey, a Tampa suburb, released from the county jail early Saturday after posting $500 bond.
Oh, my God.
So there's so much of go back to where you came from that's happening in this country now.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Lisa Ann's husband was just like, well, baby, you did it again, man. You told you. You can only have 8 Coors Lights on those booze cruises.
I keep telling you to stop talking to foreigners.
Yep, I told you.
Foreigners?
All right, well, we put up the bail.
Well, she gets angry every time she gets drunk and she sees a foreigner. She wants to tell them to go back to where they came from.
Yeah,
Right.
this is not her
Whenever they
first.
say no to their sexual advances.
Mm-hmm.
St. Augustine woman accused of aggravated assault Tuesday after threatening another woman with a knife when she refused to give her a slice of pizza.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
22-year-old De'Erica Cooks became angry after an unidentified woman said no when De'Erica asked for a slice of her pizza. De'Erica then said, well, I'm going to cut you, while holding a steak knife in her hand, addressing, according to witness statements. The woman who was threatened by Cooks told the sheriff's office that De'Erica then tried to attack her with the knife and that she feared for her life.
I bet she did.
A man in the house was able to wrestle the knife away from De'Erica, but she grabbed another one. De'Erica told investigators she does not remember much during her fit of anger. De'Erica, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill, held on $1,500 bond.
Oh, my God. Yeah, when I'm hungry, I just don't remember anything. I get angry.
You just like black out with rage.
Yes, I do. I'm not even I'm a fatty, but I'm not even like a violent one. I don't get it.
Okay, let me see if you remember this then.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the time that you and I and Brad went and had fish tacos?
Yeah.
And when your 2 fish tacos were gone, you ate 2 of mine?
No.
Well,
did that happen? Oh, man, I'm sorry.
You seemed angry, and
I take out my slitter.
and I
Trying to cut
It was a hanger blackout. Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Hey, that's Christine.
whoa.
She's my coworker. I don't want to upset her."
Don't want to lose these fingers here.
All right, there's your dumbass of the day. What was there another dumbass we didn't get to?
Yeah, there was one buried in there.
Which one was it?
You didn't do the
No, I
the Rhode Island, the green card one.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
It's too-
so
it's-
much.
it's too convoluted.
to unpack. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's a story of a couple that tried to do a swindle. You know, like one of the marriage swindles you marry for immigration purposes.
Yeah.
And then they started interviewing the couple and they interview them separately per protocol.
Yeah.
But they interview them separately to try to find out, like who's telling the truth and who's not.
It's just a formality in most cases. It's just a interview to say that the marriage is real or whatever.
So they can't determine that the marriage is real. So then they end up going to the lady's apartment where they say they live together. And there's no men's clothing there or anything. And that's when I stopped reading because this is just like standard immigration stuff that happens everywhere.
Except for the text.
Yeah.
They were looking, she was showing the immigration interviewer, the text see, our marriage is real and we have real relationship and whatever. And while they were reading those texts, another text came in from another dude.
Yes, saying the sex was so awesome.
Saying that that they had the best sex ever. And it wasn't from her husband.
That's right. Yeah.
Caught.
No, the marriage is real. I just cheat on him.
Yeah,
I'm just cheating.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, I like to have sex with other people behind his back.
So then when they go to her apartment and they don't find any articles of clothing from this gentleman from Africa.
2 pairs of pants and 2 shirts. That's it.
And so then that's when the lady breaks at her place in front of the immigration officers. And she just cracks and says, it's all fake.
Yeah, he was a nice guy and he's nice to my kid.
He was nice to my daughter.
Sorry. Anyway. So,
is that all it takes to bag a lady these days? Is to be nice to someone's children?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
For real. Especially if you're a single mom.
Because I'm nice, you know.
Yeah, don't be weird, and you're in.
Don't be weird.
Right.
You're out.
I'm out. Yeah, I like doing weird stuff.
Now back to the Frank Show on 96.1 KLPX.
God damn it. These millennials are the laziest parents I've ever met in my life.
What do you mean?
Well, the millennial parents out there.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
What's wrong with them?
Ding! Your baby's diaper is wet. They got to have an app on their phone that lets them know when their baby's diaper is wet? Why don't you just parent?
Well, I mean, I don't know. What's wrong with that?
It's the idea behind Lumi by Pampers, a new line of smart diapers that text alert parents when the baby needs changing.
All right.
The product also tracks the baby's sleep time and number of pees, but not, as one dad points out on Mashable, how often baby poops. Like other products, Lumi includes a baby monitor that enables parents to watch the baby via an app. Among drawbacks, USA Today notes that parents will have to replace sensors every 13 weeks and buy only Lumi by Pampers diapers to get the sensor patch. And they come in only sizes 0 to 4. It's coming in the fall, but there's no price yet. Shut up.
Yeah, I really don't know any millennial parents that are wealthy enough for this.
Who needs this?
So they're not gonna...
we've got babies peeing and pooping in diapers for thousands and thousands of years. Mm-hmm. And guess what? We all managed to survive.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of us had a diaper rash that was, could be avoided.
You got a crap parent. That's why.
No.
Yeah,
No, you just
all you have to do as a parent is pay attention. That's what you need to do.
It's hard.
You know how many diaper rashes Sam and Charlie had, Christine?
Zero.
Yeah,
but you had a stay-at-home mom. That's not always the case.
Sometimes the moms don't stay at home. Sometimes there's a father there as well that helps take care of things.
Sometimes there's nobody. Sometimes both parents have to work.
And that's fine.
This is like a convenient app. I mean, if that's what they're doing.
This isn't going to help the parents that are working. They're still going to be working.
Yeah, but they can be more on it, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so
help them be more aware.
Now, I'm not asking this. The piece I'm reading from is asking this about Lumi by Pampers. One question: why? Yeah. Parents can usually tell when babies need a change in, and diapers often have a yellow line that becomes blue if baby pees.
I totally understand that. But yeah, the case could be made for why would we need that yellow line? Why do we have to have that blue? What's that? Why can't you just tell? We didn't need that technology either.
This is what your grandpa said about the N-word.
No, again.
Exactly.
Stop dragging my dead grandfather into this. He was a good man who never used the N-word.
Well, it was my grandma then.
Okay, listen. I understand that we've got phones and technology and everything, and that you can make an app for anything and everything. But don't you think sometimes it would be wise to maybe step back and go, let's leave this one alone?
Yeah, we don't need an app for that.
Your scientists were so busy wondering if they could, they forgot to ask if they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you sound like right now. Okay, well, but I just don't see, you like technology. I don't know why you're fighting this one.
Because it's stupid. Because I changed diapers for 5 years, and who needs an app? Get out of here. Mm-hmm. You can smell it. You can feel it. It's there.
Yeah. But, I mean, if they want to feel, maybe they're a first-time parent and they want to be, on it.
Oh, it's the first-time parents that are the worst, too,
Yeah, maybe they need it.
Financial Times sees financial incentive for Pampers at a time when millennials are having fewer babies and baby care sales are falling.
Oh.
But the baby monitor market rose nearly 18% to over $1 billion during the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. You know what that means?
What?
Adults don't really enjoy parenting that much.
Is that anybody's surprise?
Yeah, keep an eye on their kid as long as they can keep an eye on their kid through their phone.
Yeah.
Well, because you'll go to jail if you don't. That's a big incentive.
Meanwhile, privacy campaigners warn that data can be hacked and babies might deserve alone time, too.
Yeah.
And you walk into the bedroom because you hear baby crying, and then all of a sudden you see Jeffrey Epstein on your monitor.
Oh no!
Jeez. Yeah.
He wasn't into babies; he was into braces, and he actually lost interest after they got their braces off.
Yeah, when the braces came off, that's when he had them go recruit other young girls with braces.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was the latest of a long line. A lot of information.
Oh, by the way, also, he was seen with girls very young this year.
What?
In his island, in Pedo Island,
Yeah, like a month before he got incarcerated.
Yeah, and all these guys and gals that worked on that island, that flew the planes, that worked at the airports and all this stuff, they said he tipped really well, so everyone kept their mouth shut.
Yep.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
How much money would you need to be paid for you to keep that secret?
I was thinking about $10.
$10.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for $10.
Well, Frank's always just into like, why am I going to be the one to ruin that guy's day? I'm going to mind my own business. Yeah, I'm going to mind my own business. I'm not going to be a Budinsky. It's not my deal.
There's that guy throwing his 5-year-old into the ocean, and then the ex Georgia State trooper says, "You're coming with me one way or another." I would have just sat in my seat and made a phone call.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
If you even were in the vicinity, happen to see another person on the phone.
There's a child involved, though, so.
Sure, but if you think another person's calling 911,
and I go,
like,
someone's got it.
They got it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the 911 operators don't need their lines flooded.
Yeah, I mean, there's already somebody calling.
It's really me being a responsible citizen.
That's right. I mean, you assume they're on the phone with the 911 operator talking about stuff.
Well, no, I'll check. Hey, you on with 911? Yeah, you got it? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh, that's nice.
Who do we have here? Mark. Mark, you're on the air. Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, go ahead, Mark.
I was just thinking the problem is that people don't want to parent at all. You go to any Target, Walmart, any area like that has a toy area, it's not going to be long, and you're going to see kids running around there with no parent, riding the bicycles, dribbling the balls, acting like it's a playpen or the
Oh, goodness.
playground.
It's just awful the way these kids act when they get out in public, isn't it?
It is, and the thing is, I'm telling you, I have a son who's 33, and I hit him, and when I say hit him, I mean I spanked him on his behind maybe 5 or 6 times.
Yep, and he hates you.
Never behaved like that.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it.
Right.
It's like, you're not going to behave like that.
No.
You don't have to hit them to get their attention.
That's right.
But you have to parent, and you have to say, hey, when we're in public, we're not going to act like
I'm not going to tolerate this. That's right. No ragamuffin behavior.
Right. You're not going to act like a little hoodlum.
And I say no ragamuffin behavior and no tomfoolery.
But yeah, well.
All right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's anybody listening that has any hard data about weather in Tucson for 2019.
Oh,
because I just tried to Google and I'm not getting anything. But just anecdotally, I feel like it's not as warm this year.
It does feel like that, huh?
Well, this is my 19th summer. I don't know. I played golf yesterday.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? You play golf in the middle of summer.
I played golf all through June.
Yeah.
I've played golf like 5 times in July.
Kind of weird.
Yesterday, I teed off early. And that's fine. 5:48 a.m. I tee off yesterday.
Yeah, but I remember going outside at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it feels like you got hit still with a wall of heat.
Yesterday?
No.
Oh,
like last
generally.
year.
No, I know.
The year before, I remember.
It was actually a little muggy yesterday. So I sweated balls. But it was only 92 by the time I got done playing.
I've even felt the wind feels a little cooler. Like when there's a little bit of wind, it feels like it's a little cooler too than used to feel like.
Well, the breeze will tend to knock a temperature down a notch or two.
I mean, I remember maybe
like a hot chill factor.
Last year, I felt like it was like wind felt like a hairdryer in my face.
Absolutely.
I have not experienced that yet. I think this year.
I
mean, maybe it'll happen again.
Am I the only one? Christina and I the only one that feels like Tucson's not been as hot as it normally is?
Yeah.
600 KLPX, 600-5579. There's a few old farts that have been here forever.
Yep. If you really want to know, though, I have a friend of mine who works at the Weather Service, National Weather Service.
Okay.
And I will, we can talk to her maybe later on in the show or something.
Well, it might have been a good idea to come up with that when we had our meeting yesterday.
Yeah, meeting yesterday.
But while it's not as hot here in Tucson, I feel, as it normally is, the rest of the country is dying right now.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
Yeah.
It is a big deal, huh?
It's so hot that, and then you finish the sentence, and then people... Like in Massachusetts, the police in a town called Braintree, Mass. Put out a message asking criminals, please hold off on committing any crimes until it cools down a little bit.
Yeah, that's
So-
a good idea.
The National Weather Service in Omaha, Nebraska, baked biscuits by putting them in a car.
Do you mean what? Like real?
Yeah, but that's
Biscuits.
easy.
Well,
Is it?
they put biscuits in a pan. They put it in the car. The top of the biscuits got cooked. The underside was a little doughy.
Okay.
So they moved it to another part of the car so some sun would hit it. But
Still got to be 350 degrees.
is that how hot it has to
Well,
be?
that's how hot my oven gets when I bake biscuits. Yes.
Okay.
That's the suggested temperature, yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Zoos are making popsicles out of blood to give animals like lions and jaguars to help them cool off.
Ooh.
Blood popsicles.
Gross.
I wonder.
Where do you get it?
I wonder if. Well, they make them.
But out of whose
I
blood?
wonder if a popsicle's going to do the dual blood pops
Yeah.
again like they used to in the
How come
70s.
Justin Bieber's mad?
Who's this on line one?
This is Danny.
Oh, hi, Danny. Hey, Brad, next time put the person's name in the thing.
I did.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Look at it.
Why do I have one chat for you that has names and another chat for the show?
That's a you question that you got to ask yourself and then answer that.
No, you've put it in two different chats, one in our personal and one in the show chat.
I always give you
Go
the
back
callers
to
on the
Pete
show
Deegan.
chat.
No, look at Darren, Raymond, and Sam you gave me in your personal chat, Brad. Stop arguing with me on air. God damn it. Hi, Danny.
Hi.
Sorry you had to see that.
Yeah.
Are you guys married?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, Danny, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
that was an
I think
exaggeration.
there's like 9 out of 10 callers can't even speak in complete sentences. It's so frustrating.
Well, he's hot. He's hot.
I mean, come on. You can't speak one sentence without throwing out 17 F-bombs?
Nope.
Here's some scientific data for you. Just a couple months ago, Tucson.com reported that Tucson is the third fastest warming city in the U.S. It's ahead of Phoenix, and we rose more than 4 degrees over the period of this study. So, so we keep raising about 3 degrees a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think that's right. But
As far as overall annual average temperature.
So 10 years, our average temperature would have raised 30 degrees, and that's not happening. So.
Over the course of the 12 months. So if it's a little warmer in November.
I thought you said 3 degrees a year.
Yeah. But over the course of 12 months, the annual temperature is up 3 degrees.
You just said.
You're not recognizing it in June or July because it's happening in December.
Is that our average temperature is raising 3 degrees a year?
Yeah.
So in 10 years, our average temperature would have risen 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what they're saying, but that's overall. That's blanketed throughout, the entire year.
So it's raised 3 degrees over 50 years.
No, I'll send you this link.
Yeah, thank you. I'd rather me read it than rely on Brad.
I don't get it. Well, I get what he's saying. He's saying that it's like a slow boil. You know what I mean? It's getting turned up in the cold months.
Brad's feels like someone understands him, and he throws in a.
Well, I
You
understand
get it? See?
No, I do
She
understand what
knows.
he's saying. He's saying that we don't feel it because it's happening in the cooler
he
months.
did say earlier though that our average temperature is raising 3 degrees a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Last year was ends as the 4th hottest year on record. In Tucson. So that's on record. That's over 100 years of records.
Okay, but you're saying our average temperature is raising 3 degrees a year. That's insane.
I'm reading what scientists are saying.
Oh yeah, where's the link? I want to see.
It's a fact. I just sent it in the show chat link. Same where I wrote Danny's name.
I bet you $10 my interpretation of what scientists are saying differs from what Brad is saying.
All right.
Oh man,
I'll take that bet. I got $10 on me right now.
Tucson and Phoenix are 3rd and 4th fastest warming cities in the U.S. over the last 48 years. You dummy! It's in the first sentence, you stupid idiot.
What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with the argument.
It just says over the past 48 years.
Yeah, very good.
You're saying that our temperature's raising an average of 3 degrees a year.
You haven't even read past the first paragraph.
Yeah, get more in the story.
It's going to get in there.
Yeah.
I've already got the answer that I need.
No, you don't.
This says over the last 48 years, over the 48 years, a 50-year study, Christine.
Yeah, but it's saying 3 degrees a year.
Yeah.
For the past 48 years.
Yes, thank you.
3 degrees a year for 48 years. How many degrees is that?
Yeah, that's insane. 150. That's nuts.
So that's not what they're saying?
That's not what they're saying.
Okay.
No. And Brad needs a little help.
Oh, you stopped reading it. You don't want to read anymore?
Dude, I just read it.
You just read the first sentence.
They're among the 10 cities whose average annual temperatures rose more than 4 degrees over that period. 48 years. Get out of here, idiot.
The next paragraph, dummy.
Dude, I've already got the answer I need, you stupid
Wait,
moron.
one more. Go down to the next paragraph. Okay.
Arizona's 3.23 degrees rise in annual average temperature made it the nation's third fastest warming state from 1970 to 2018. Dude, your reading comprehension is 0. Stop with the applause, you
What
moron.
are you talking about? That's exactly what I was just stating.
Arizona's 3.23 degree rise in annual average temperature over the 48-year span.
An annual average temperature is like a yearly.
Every year.
Yeah, that's the rise in annual temperature over a 50-year span, you idiot.
Yeah, it means over.
Stop it, Brad.
Yeah,
you're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong all day long.
If it makes your day better, then okay.
You are wrong.
Okay, that's good. Take that attitude to the golf course today.
It is over.
You're a winner.
48 years. Yeah, that is what it says.
Because if it's a rise of 3 degrees a year over 48 years, then now it's 350 degrees outside. Thank you.
Yeah.
Celsius.
Yeah. Celsius. Okay. Or Fahrenheit. Whatever.
So, yeah, it's kind of hot, I guess.
I guess it is. It just doesn't feel like
when
it.
is Brad going to stop arguing with me?
Never. That's part of his thing. That's what he does.
But he's always wrong. It's not
always
charm.
wrong. Oh, hell no, I'm not always wrong.
You're always
You're
wrong.
definitely wrong.
He's not always wrong. And
Okay,
I'm
all right.
sometimes
98% of the time he's wrong.
No.
What was that one time
He's
a couple weeks
telling
ago?
me that they're still doing the moon landing was on a soundstage in Nevada. So,
Oh, there's 1 in 5 people believe that. That's the next
yeah,
segment.
20% are dummies.
20% are woke.
I feel like it's like 30, 40% are dummies. I feel like it's more than that.
All right, so just to end this whole thing,
Yes.
our average rise, our annual average temperature isn't 3 degrees a year. It's raised 3 degrees over 50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it feels like it's getting hotter, it's because it is.
Right. Oh, yeah. But we haven't been saying that.
We've been saying it feels like it's actually cooler.
You're wrong. It's getting hotter.
I love it how Brad really isn't involved in the conversation.
I'm 100% invested in this conversation.
And then when he gets caught up, he's like, "Oh, that's what you guys were talking about."
No.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Well, yeah, you're like, feels like it's getting cooler. Like, no, it's not. It's getting hotter.
Right. But
Facts.
like you said, it's getting cooler or it's getting hotter, but it's in the cooler months, so we don't notice it.
Yeah, but it's a 50-year period, so you're going to have anomalies in that 50-year stretch.
Right.
You're talking about 60 times 5, 300 months? I don't know how many months. A long time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's going to be periods of 2 or 3 months where it doesn't meet the statistics.
Yeah, well, no, I have a theory about...
Here we go. Brad's got a
God,
theory.
follow up.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I love this.
So we're
Yes.
living in a desert and everything, right? Obviously, it's a barren climate and not really...
It's a barren climate. I
yeah.
didn't realize climates were barren, but go ahead.
All right, so yeah, it's like Mars, right? So as the rest of the world heats up and all these nicer areas start turning into deserts, then the
I know
desert
what you're
will turn
gonna
into
say.
paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so...
think we're going to get like lots of rain and turn into a lush little
He
valley
just got
down
done
here.
telling us how wrong we were, that the temperatures are going up,
Yes.
but now he's got a theory that it flies in the face of everything he just said.
Yeah, it's just going to start raining all of a
Doesn't make
sudden
any
and
sense.
turn into a rainforest. here.
Yeah.
This kid's eating our sandwiches every day.
No, I'm not eating our sandwiches.
I just said the letter.
Yeah, you're allowed to say the letter.
Christine, I feel a little bad about last segment.
You do?
Well, I said disparaging comments to Brad, and now I
yeah,
feel...
a whole bunch.
I know, I feel bad now.
You didn't mean it.
Well, I was just doing it on the radio just for laughs. I don't...
Yeah. So, and is this apology just for the radio too, though?
Well, no. If I didn't feel bad at all, I wouldn't say anything. But I do kind of feel bad a little bit. It's the name calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call him
shouldn't do that.
stupid,
Dummy.
dummy,
Over and over and over again.
And Brad, you know when I say those things, I kind of only mean it halfway.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
He doesn't. You're not. You're not dumb. We know that.
Oh, I know I'm not dumb.
Well,
Yeah.
he knows that, and that's why I say that, because I know he's secure. If someone said the kind of things to me that I said to Brad, I don't even know if I'd come into work the next day.
Really?
He's a weaker man. I've been used to this abuse my whole life, so.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
Well, and I don't mean...
You shouldn't get it at work, too.
Exactly. And I don't mean to give him the same thing he's been getting his whole life either.
That's abusive.
I would say this.
Yeah.
When there are times on the air when things are so clear that Brad's wrong and he's so adamant that he's not, I feel like if I name call, it might get through to him.
You got to shame him into it.
That he's wrong.
Uh-huh. That doesn't work, though.
And I acknowledge that, and that's why I'm verbalizing this now.
Yes, you got a patient and soft talk.
So next time there's a debate and you're wrong, Brad, just shut the hell up, okay?
No, or
not if I don't think I'm wrong.
Yeah, he can't do that. He can't shut up.
No.
All right, don't shut up, but if I name call, I'm just goofing.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
you stupid jerk.
Oh my God.
You're projecting is what you're doing, which is fine.
I'm projecting.
You're projecting.
I'm projecting
because you feel like maybe you might be wrong.
You feel like you be?
I got ahead of myself in my words, but you feel like you might be wrong.
Oh, no, there was none of that.
Oh, I'm sure there's one of those moments.
Which is why I resorted to name calling, because you were pissing me off.
Yeah.
Because you're so wrong.
I don't know about that.
Well, how about this conspiracy theory that we never landed on the moon, and you're 20% of the people that believe it was faked?
No.
Well, at least I'm not alone.
You don't really think that, do you?
I think there's compelling evidence that would argue the fact that we have not officially landed on the moon.
When Brad and I first started working together, and he starts throwing all these things at me, moon landing, 9/11, I'm sure the list goes on and on.
And those two, really.
And those are the main ones. But you can see why it might be hard for me to take them seriously as an intellectual.
I guess, but
I never claimed to be an intellectual. That's not what I'm going for.
But look, these YouTube videos are so seductive.
And believable.
They make them very
when you got some schmuck,
shiny.
When you got some schmuck that's been banging this conspiracy theory drum for 3 decades, who then claims he has undeniable proof.
Right.
People like Brad are at a loss to say, no, it's fake.
I mean, when you see it in a YouTube video, it's hard to combat it with other,
this is the notorious,
you don't know what you're talking about.
This is the notorious conspiracy theorist that Buzz Aldrin punched in the face.
Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, this guy is still insisting the Apollo 11 moon landings were fake, and he now claims he's just got undeniable proof.
Come on, Buzz Aldrin punched you in the face for it.
Yeah. Conspiracy theorist Bart Sibrels, 55 years old, is insisting the 1969 moon landing was fake, and the 50th anniversary of the historic Apollo 11 space flight was fake as well. My 12-year-old put First Man on last night.
Oh, it's so good.
And I sat down and watched a little bit with him.
Uh-huh.
The NASA folks were at wit's end because the Russians were kicking their ass to every achievement.
Right. That's true.
So this conspiracy theorist has at least a nugget that people can hold on to. Because that was true.
Mm-hmm.
And would the United States government and NASA have a motivation to fake it? Absolutely.
I guess.
They would have a motivation.
Because we couldn't look bad back then.
Right.
It would be, we can't look bad.
I wonder, hey, Brad, you haven't seen First Man, have you?
I actually watched it last night.
It's so good.
Wait,
did you love it?
You watched First Man last night while we were watching First Man last night?
Yeah, on HBO.
I was wondering, though, some of the scenes. You remember when they're orbiting the moon?
Yeah.
And Ryan
Gosling
tells
Neil Armstrong
tells Houston we're about to lose communication because they're going on the dark side.
Right.
And do you remember then how they go into this uncontrollable left-hand roll?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that even really happened or if that was just kind of Hollywood adding to the story.
I think it did happen.
I don't know.
Yeah, because they had an interview about it afterwards.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Was Ryan Gosling?
No. No, Neil Armstrong.
Oh, Neil Armstrong.
When he got home, they talked to him about it.
By the way, I would say that I'm sure Ryan Gosling portrayed Neil Armstrong impeccably.
Right.
But if that's the case, Neil was a boring guy.
Yeah. No, he was.
Super boring.
And that is how Ryan played him.
God damn, this guy's got zero personality.
In fact, they don't really think that he took a picture of his child on the or is the bracelet or whatever it was. It was the bracelet or something.
Oh, I didn't see that story.
I got Robin's husband on line one arguing that he watched the moon landing. So how could it be fake? Stripper Robin's husband.
Stripper Robin has a husband?
Yes, and it's fantastic. And because he watched it, so how could it be fake?
Does he know to watch his mouth?
Yeah, he should.
What's your name? What's his name? What's his name? Did you get a name, Brad?
No, he said he's Robin's stripper husband.
What's your name?
My name is Glenn Miller.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, all
I don't
right.
know the last name, but yeah, Glenn.
All right, I understand you're a little sad about your orchestra dissolving, but go ahead.
And no cursing.
Well, my dad was on that orchestra, and that's why I'm a namesake.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fun. Okay,
I'm involved in history my whole life.
Okay, go ahead.
And how can people, thousands and thousands of people, work on this project, millions and millions and billions of dollars spent on it, and millions of people watch it take off.
Keep that
millions
secret.
Millions of people watched it land.
Yeah.
Right. Millions of people watch Jurassic Park, too. And they haven't brought back dinosaurs yet. That's just a movie.
No, I know it's just a movie. That happened over a period of maybe 3 months at the most.
Jurassic Park
Space program's going on since 1963.
Oh, yeah. Before that, I mean,
Do you think the government's going to spend that much money and time and materials, billions of dollars, on the space program?
Yeah,
right. 12 people have walked on the moon's surface.
Right.
From
12 people.
Well, hold on, Glenn. From 1968 to 1972. All of them were American.
69.
December 1968, December 1972 was part of this program, the Apollo moon missions, right? Out of those, right, all of them were American. Not one Chinese man, not one Russian astronaut, no other country has walked on the moon.
War. We weren't even out of the Cold War in 68.
Hold on, hold on, wait a second. Brad, are you making the argument that because China and Russia haven't put men on the moon, that it's impossible that we did it?
Yes.
All right, I got
because
I gotta let you go. Not you, Glenn Miller. You, Brad. I'm turning your mic off.
I like his logic, though. I like Brad's logic. I like that that's a good point. Why didn't they do it?
It's not like these countries.
Weren't out of the Cold War, and they weren't half as economically strong as they are now.
Well, they're doing pretty good right now. You think China's just hey, we'll take your word for it on the moon. We don't need to go there. We'll take your word for it, America.
When I listen to people like Brad make these arguments, I can feel my IQ drop.
Why isn't that smart, though? Why isn't that a good question?
They just don't realize.
Glenn,
my father worked on the moon orbital. He worked on the thing they landed with, the orbital lander.
Hey, Glenn.
He worked on that.
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Glenn.
Yes.
Did you watch planes fly into the World Trade Towers on September 11th, 2001? I did.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I got to let you go. Thank you.
Well, that's a bummer to bring back up. But, I mean, that happened.
No, because you like to make the argument that was all fake and not real.
It wasn't fake. No, absolutely not. You're not getting it right.
You don't participate in 9/11 conspiracy theories?
It's not conspiracy. Well, look.
We know that
the planes went into the towers. The towers went down. I don't believe that they went down because of the planes. I believe there was other issues because of it. And Building 7.
Christine?
Building 7. You've got to ask yourselves a question.
It was imploded.
I don't have to ask.
It was imploded. Steel structures just don't collapse like that. We know that.
This is dummies that think they know the answer.
Why is that such a dumb thing? It's right in front of your face, though. These things are like so obviously in front of your face. It defies all logic. But you're like, if you had an official narrative, that doesn't make sense.
If you were a smart person, I might listen.
Because I'm not a smart person.
I don't ever hear intelligent people talk like this.
There are professors and there are all different types of intellects out there that are saying the same thing, but you're not listening to them.
No, I don't want to.
Well, see, but who's ignorant then? You just shut down.
Yeah, off.
Because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
It's not
you
that.
Don't have to be.
It's because you're just going to roll.
There's two people talking at the same time.
Go, Christine.
So you hold on, Brad.
Yeah.
Who cares? You're upset because I don't buy into conspiracy theories, and then I goof on you because you can't stop talking about them.
No, I don't talk about them every day, right? I pick my battles selectively, but there are some things, again, that defy logic we're staring at.
We're running late.
All right, well, I just want...
I love how this guy's got all the logic in the world.
I can't wait to celebrate the first Chinese man to walk on the moon.
I love how this guy's got answers. He like, but try to put him through school to get a degree, and it'll never happen. Do you have a GED?
Yeah, I got GED.
You got a GED.
Yeah, damn right I do.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I get a degree too if I figure out what I want to do with my life.
Apply yourself.
Yeah, whatever.
So I grew up a preacher's kid in Kentucky, Church of the Nazarene. That was 3 years of Bible college in Colorado Springs, and then hopping from church to church every 2 years. You know, running from the Holy Spirit, I guess. I don't know. Christine, you sent me this story over the weekend, and it made me lull. There's a pastor, I believe he's in New Jersey. Yeah. New Jersey pastor, who was also the chaplain for a local church. Christine is accused of sexually abusing numerous men during what he claimed was an exorcism ritual.
Oh.
Listen to the titles this guy holds.
I love this.
Reverend Dr. William Weaver.
No, Reverend Doctor.
Reverend Doctor allegedly set up an elaborate ceremony where he convinced the men involved that he would purge evil spirits from their bodies by performing oral sex on them.
No.
Man.
The devil's in your penis.
Let me get
the devil out.
I'm going to get it out for you.
The pastor reportedly told his victims that this was a Native American ritual that he learned firsthand from indigenous tribes.
This is such a creepy... This is a typical groomer, creepy... This is so normal.
The allegations from 3 men date back to at least 1999, and each of their stories are very similar.
Yeah.
The men said that the pastor told them to get completely undressed during the ceremony, where he would perform various superficial rituals before performing oral sex on them. In another story I read, some of the superficial rituals were... like heated rocks on the wrists and ankles, and some kind of heated stone on the tummy.
Oh, that just sounds like a stone massage or whatever. I read about this.
You need to get relaxed to get the devil out.
Yeah.
They put on some Sade or whatever.
Yeah.
I believe it's Sade, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no R in there.
But that's how they say it.
The pastor would then spit objects into a bag and tell the victims that that's what he removed from their bodies. So... one of the victims told reporters that he would ingest my
yeah,
and then would spit up multiple pieces of plastic or metal into a Ziploc bag. When it was over, he showed me what looked to be a tiny metal ball and said that's what he got out of me.
Oh, dear Lord. You had a lot of Satan in you.
Oh, my God.
The men also described how the pastor would put his tongue in their mouths so he could see if there were any spirits hiding in there.
Are these guys... I don't like to victim blame, but honestly, are they like, what are they? They're so dumb.
I call that a satanic snowball.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Snowball skins.
Okay. So before we went on the air with this story, I sent Brad the link.
Yeah.
And then I texted him a little message that made him laugh. I could see him laughing over there.
Yeah.
Because I've been so busy insulting him.
Yes.
That I figured I'd try to get a laugh out of him.
Just tickle his tummy a little bit.
And so I read the story, or I sent him the story about the guys getting the evil spirits. And then I go, dude, my joke is that you would be one of these guys that the pastor abused and let it go on for 20 years before you finally said something about it. Like, hey, wait a second.
Hey, what? You still want to do? Come on.
No, I wouldn't be one of those guys.
Just a joke. I'm just making funnies. Listen, Christine, I understand you're from Portland.
Yeah.
And you enjoy political correctness to the extreme.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm more than willing to incorporate some of that into my life to make things nice and comfortable around here.
Well, I mean, considering I'm still like a single guy dating, I get an exorcism like every third date. So
listen to him.
That's right.
Yeah, check me out, man. I've never seen no demons in my body ever.
You're just jealous of all the exorcisms I'm getting.
Why is he getting all these exorcisms?
Well, because he can't.
Because he's filled with Satan, that's why.
He's filled with the devil.
He's filled with the devil.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need to be freed.
Yeah. There's a lot of devil in my old socks laying around the house.
Eventually, the men started asking questions about the strange ritual and realized something wasn't right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, look.
Christine sent me this story over the weekend, and in our Twitter chat, I said, Christine, I've never exorcised any demons. Am I a bad person?
I said yes.
She's like, yep.
Yep.
They're in ya.
If I if I had a nickel for how many of these
demons you've exercised, you'd have a bag of hot nickels.
a lot of hot nickels.
Yeah.